back in it to bang it out. Alright, now look. Check this shit. Whoops, bumping mouses. Alright. This is what we got going on right now. Filter 1, key tracker 100. Bandpass filter, 59 on the cutoff, resonance 113, bandpass 12 dB. You're aware that there's envelope 3 plus 63 FM source for that. Filter 1 is also envelope 3 FM amount to off. Why? Because envelope 3 is obvious. Poor man's drive shutdown, right? You already knew that. Now, what we have oscillator 1 mod 127 crank amount is because, you know, we can't use FM because it's being taken up by the envelope, because we need the impulse to trigger that, as teachers taught us in the past, right? So how you get easy EPs, because like electric piano type instruments and percussive, is because, well, they're resonator XX. All right, this is what you got. Now, it's done simply. Okay, yes, the resonator double X. Well, what would that be? I told you, 8 foot. That's 32 partials. Then that's 16. Then that's 8. Then that was 4. So it's like 4 partials. If you go down to that much, right, at 64, turn the pulse with the 0. I know there's no LFO on it right now. Don't want it. Can turn the LFO, put it on some slow circ, like 3, got it real slowed down. About to wreck the car, fall asleep at the wheel, right? Hold up. Hold on, my bad. Hold up. How these people be doing that though? My bad. Oh shit, I wish they'd let me kill the mic. They don't. This camera does not let me kill it. Oh man, it's funny. Try to hit the button on it to kill the mic, so you don't hear me laughing. Oh snap. Alright, so who you put? Hold on. My bad. Homies, my bad. Y'all didn't give me a second. I caught myself off guard with that. So you need to leave that shit. You could bring it up to speed, or you can leave it surfed out, or you can just leave it off. All right, because if you leave it off, you get the full harmonic partial. Now, if you turn to 1, you know you have the gradual dB slope reduction. Now what you want to do, see when it's slow like this, what's happening is, because it's only the 4 partials, the frequency and then the oscillator 1 modulation, see what that is, that's basically FM. It's a drive, it's like an FM circuit. Put it like that, because if you're modulating oscillator 1 with the filter self-oscillation, you are doing frequency modulation, because this is a completely different frequency if you're modulating it, right? So like, that's what I'm saying. So down to 4, you know, if you turn it up on 8, you know, you're back at 32, which is very inharmonic in nature. I don't know why that is. Like, I can't really explain that, but you can change it up. Put singing swords on. Oops. Slip it a knob and button. Now, let's crank that up. What do we say? 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. See, it's like FM-RM type of thing. That's kind of like what that is. This oscillator 1 modulation is like FM and RM combined almost, because you hear that how it sounds? The RM is that ringer, you know, you hitting that phone up. What you need, I got it. So no, alright, alright, look, I'm not gonna do that shit no more. My bad. Alright, so but if you want the lid if you want to put the lid on the electric piano. Now, envelope amount, you gotta crank it up. Why? Well, let's see something real quick. Oops, I'll be bumping cameras and shit. See, that's how you gotta play games. See, you have to toy with this box. You have to get into experimentation. This is what it is. This box seems very limited and it seems very plain Jane. You know, it's like, oh man, I only got a couple of dollars, a couple of buttons. Naive motherfucker, you need to rethink that. You know, you need to definitely rethink that. This thing is serious. We take this bitch to orchestra, I'll take it to orchestra now. Don't have me do that shit, because I'll pull an orchestra set, you'll be like, well, I already did it. Ben did it. So this is how you twerk this fucking box and make it get to craziness. Now, can you run comb and try to get the same properties? Yeah, let's try it out. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, so we had some technical difficulties, so now we're right back. I had to reset it all. We're shooting from the hip, the rip, right? So right now, we got this bandpass thing still set up. Whoops, squeaking the microphone. Okay, this bandpass is at 59 on the cutoff, resonance of 84. Now, to have the extra realism to this, because this is supposed to be electric pianos, right? Well, we have to add some type of stuff to it. Alright? But it's the most realistic way you can get it. Now, I have filter envelope plus 43 on noise level, which should actually be, that's kind of cool, 38, 42, something like that. Damn, I had it too high. The resonance was supposed to be at 72, excuse me. Now I know you guys hear that. Now, it's very, like, low. Now, filter envelope, ADSR2, of course. So the attack level is at 24. See, attack level determines how high the peak is going to be. Okay, you don't really want a long-ass hammer. Alright, let me zoom this in. See, you actually got to start, when you're starting to screw around with these dynamics, you got to start making shapes. You know what that's starting to look like? That's starting to look like a hammer. A hammer to either a electric piano and or a piano. As I start noticing that when you start actually being like, this thing like Etch-a-Sketch. Like, that's from back in the day. I used to have one. You know what I'm saying? My son, I believe he has one. Okay? Somewhere in this little toy thing. But, like, this is literally it. Like, you literally got to draw this thing out. Because when you move these knobs, it's like you're shaping the shit. When I make a harp, I don't make this envelope for filter envelope. I actually make it look like almost like two fingers, like, because you gotta, you pluck a harp, you finger that thing, man. You know, you get intimate with that. You gotta finesse it, finagle it, huh? All string instruments, whether it's the upright bass guitar, you know, you see the motherfuckers with the guitar. I had my whole water, oh man, I'm watching motherfuckers' fingers like, oh man, you a professional. He got me getting ready to go into a seizure watching you play. It's beautiful. Even pianists. I love piano. Piano break me down in tears, man. Break my bones. Oh, man. I get weary. But I love it. It's my favorite instrument because the piano's pain. Because you can spell pain with piano. You take the O out of it and rearrange a couple letters. You know, the A and the I, right? Right. Pain. Right. So check it. Bring in a resonator. Sorry for my little synthesizer haiku poetics. I'm not a poet. Alright, now. Ooh. We added a low resonator in. Okay, singing source. You guys have this, so you could do this at home. Pulse width of 127. Why? The lowest of the low. Down to the ant level of peaks. As you gradually turn up that pulse width. But turn to 1. Gotta shape it. Amplitude envelope, probably decay of 72-ish. Now, if you put Poor Man's Drive on it, we got it set up, but I have it turned off. The mod amounts plus 63. You know, envelope 3 is the oh, I didn't even set it up. Slapping myself in the head. All right. So mod source is still off though. We have it ready. We have it ready to go. We put it on. Let's see what we get. It might be an atrocity. I think we might have to do something though. So you gotta filter it though, see? This is how you do it. Put that filter 2 up on there. Turn it to serial. Sorry if that was very loud. I don't know why it is so loud. It's insane. It's insane, but that's Poor Man's Drive for you though. Filter's not even all the way up, but it's still punctual, man. It's busting it down. Now, if you know what, I meant to tell you guys this too, because like I was saying, the attack level, you can control the drive. Whoops, with the attack level, but you actually have to turn to ADSR 2. But if you do that, you gotta make sure Decay 2 and Sustain 2 are killed. Now you see how low the hammer or drive would be? Now look, check it. See it? Listen, look. See that? You could test the drive with that. You could definitely test the drive with it. So that's a thing to note that to yourself right there. Attack level for envelope 3. Right? You can test it. So 32. A little bit gentle on the drive. Yeah, man, my bad about the last outburst on the last tape, man. I literally caught myself off guard. That joke, that was probably the technical difficulties. I wasn't still laughing, but you know, I was just like, man, my bad. Listen, there's 2 things about teaching you're gonna get with me. It's like the bipolar resonators. I'm on some bipolar shit. Sometimes I'm serious and sometimes it's a big joke, but you better be paying attention because all of it's the truth. Alright, that's how I get down. This is how we do it. I'm saying. I'm just keeping it A1 with you. I'm always going to be me. I'm not going to change for nobody. This is how I get down. 100. All right, now filter 2, oscillator 1, FM amount. The full-fledger. Why? Because now we have it all the way routed up. We have it all the way plugged up. We're barely in the mod matrix. We're barely there, but we could get into it a little bit deeper. I just didn't want to right now. What I want you guys to do is take the beginner steps. I'm not saying that we're babies, okay? Like I don't want you to think that I'm trying to baby. Talk to people like babies, but it's literally you have to learn how to pan the L first, and then when you pan the L, then you realize you're in your body, then now you could crawl. But then once you learn to crawl, then you learn how to walk, and once you walk, then you run and jog and do other stuff. And then once you start doing stuff like that, then you start finessing and finagling shit, huh? That's how you become a pro, by practice. I don't know why they call it practice. It should be called practice, because the more that you practice, or the more that you become more proficient at it, you become more professional at it. You see, and this is how you do it. I'm not saying I'm anything. I'm not no one special. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I do practice, and practice definitely helps yield results. Repetition, practice, finessing it, huh? This is how you finesse the Blofeld. Oscillator 1, FM source, I told you that. FM 2, this is the lid. Control the lid. Oh, you don't like the dynamics? Well, you got the filter envelope. Fix it up. Turn it down a little something. Oh, you need a little tremolo. Ooh. Turn that up a little bit. Made that piano a little too soft. That's nice. As you see, you want to probably keep singing swords at 8. And you also could do stuff like this too, because you're like, oh no, where did it go? Well, you got to add velocity to, I want to say oscillator 1 volume. That's how you have to do it. Oscillator 1 level, right? And of course, drive. I don't know, you guys get it, man. You should get it. Alright? So like, it's easy. You guys can do this at home. I mean, it's real simple. You know, the twist of a knob, a little bit of play. If you rewind this tape, don't mind the laughing. Sometimes I joke. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties, they happen sometimes. I don't really mean for that. But this is how you get the most. This is like the expressive EP. All right, that's the expressive one. All right, that's how you do it. That's how you set it up. You can do other stuff. Wouldn't recommend come in this case. Ooh, come mine is definite. Yep. Ooh, yep. It's like a carnival roads. I love this box. I love it. Alright, I love you guys too. I'll catch you. I'll be right back. I gotta do something.